Rahubat Moisar, Anuki Saken Sakam Reye. Greetings, family. My name is Saken Sakam Reye. Today, I'm going to read you this scroll, Actual Fact, series number 19. Who is God, female or male? This is such an important scroll that you must have in your library, because this is one of the biggest secrets that has been kept, to the point that even when you ask females, who is God, female or male, females would say is a man. And that's because of the misconceptions and the distortions of religion, because they've been brought up to think that God is a man or a male, and that the same man or male took the dust of the ground and formed a man, and then he took a rib from the man to form the woman. This is inaccuracy, it's misleading, it's false, it's not scientifically true. So this scroll, this actual fact, coincidentally number 19, being a very significant number, goes into detail to explain who is God, female or male. So let's get into it. Yaka, Gadad, Asha, Awu, Ayash. Who is God, female or male? 1. Likum, Marer Noa Pu Karadu, Wu Noa. For you, all my beloved children of Wu Noa. 2. Zaam at religions, the world over, teach and taught by men such as priests, rabbi, imams, and gurus. All speak of a deity, God, Theos, Lord, Jah, Yahweh, Allah, Rab, Deus, God, El Shaddai, Baal, and even Satan. You see the diagram of a rabbi, imam, guru. 3. They ignore scientific facts with beliefs, fiction, or creation, when each Ayash male knows he came from a Zazast Tat woman. 4. 720 degrees is 360 degrees spirit and 360 degrees physical to form the complete Hamim Mukwan, human being, or Hamam, human. 5. In ontology, or the science of being, we, Nuapians, live by facts and die by truth based on confirmations. 6. The ontologist is the incarnation of Sadak, truth, who deals with what is Hakek, real, in and or outside of what is Taba, nature. 7. We are ontological. That is, we Nuapians don't just accept what is put forth by theologists and theology. Theological, theologically, theologian, and on to their own theocracy or godlike government of rule. Theocratic religion in all forms, be it worship of ghost, wood, rock, images or myths, fables, fictions or legends. 8. We are not into theory or theories, superstitions of the theoretical theorist. 9. We don't theorize or deal with the metaphysical. 10. We avoid, except for study, theosophy, the various ancient and modern systems of esoteric philosophy by which the Ba'a, soul, or Ka'a, spirit, may attain knowledge of an ultimate union with the universal forces of spirit without confirmation. Yogaism, Sufism, metaphysicosis, and spookism. 11. And being your first hakakiti, reality, is to become aware that you are where you are, you exist, if only you, and all others and things are illusions or deceptive appearances, beliefs which, like religion, makes one an illusionist, dreamer. 12. Yet, your personal illusion can become real by a simple illustration. Touch yourself, talk with yourself, look at yourself, taste something and know what it is. 13. If to none other than you, you know you are hakik, real, you are really wherever you are and are who you are. 14. You're real. That's a fact. That's the truth. 15. And all is about you. That is your center of all things. No matter where you are, everything is equally around and about you. 16. You're always the center, the middle of everything. 17. You are the nakat, dot in the center. 18. The pivot point, kabat, axis, the point to which or from which all things move or are drawn, central. 19. To say all is I am, paut kawun anuki. 20. Nothing else is real to you but you, because you can only confirm your own existence. All else could be just illusions. 21. Your being, your body, you, that's a fact. You exist. So there's you in the center and all things around you. You are at the center of things. 22. You then become pregnant with a karad, child, and in your pregnancy, you become a host to a guest and share your reality, another being. 23. That guest being a chromosome of a female X or male Y, yet it's inside of you and becomes a part of you. 24. It is real to you alone and still is your reality. 25. The male XY can only look on and feel. He does not share the reality of another center being formed, shaped, created, grown in you, the center. 26. The all in all. Pa paut kawun paut. 27. You as a female XX now are growing. Heya, life. 28. You can feel it and you can see it as it grows, 9 nature, until ladad, birth, or parting, or its own separating from you. 29. Then he, XY, or she, XX, separates from you and becomes their own reality or center, or Paut, Jawef, Paut, all in all. 30. And you overstand the all is I am. Pa Paut, Kawun, Anuki. 31. For the first time, at the moment of separation or birth, physical creation, you become a goddess. 32. You created, shaped, formed and fashioned, who was both Aisha, female, XX, and Ayash, male, XY for 9 natures or 9 months of pregnancy, the giver of physical life in form. 33. Then, even after the male gene lives on in you as part of you, which creates the war inside called postpartum behavior, your own akal mind works against you. 34. And the male will be a part of you until your khatat body rejects it and replaces damam blood cells with new blood cells of you. Until that happens, you are just another animal. 35. Yet you are shashu, females, and only you can confirm the takwan existence of another being, the mawas, babe, or karad, child, called an offspring, because it sprang out of its creator, maker, or fashioner, which is why Zaza's tattoo, women are the true gods or goddesses. 36. She is the mumtat, matrix, matriarch, maternal or maternity. 37. Even in the Quran, you see a play on words. 38. When Muslims translate from it many times, they hide what it really says. 39. They don't understand Arabic like they pretend, and most converts don't know real Arabic. 40. They live by translations only. 41. Now, look at this closely. The Quran, chapter 4, originally revealed as chapter 92, is called An-Nisa. They will tell you that means the woman or the women. 42. When in fact the root of An-Nisa is from the root word Nisi, meaning forget. 43. Yet most translators play games with true meanings of the same root for An-Nas. 44. They say people, mankind, and for Al-Insan, again, they mistranslate it as the human beings. That is wrong. 45. They all come from the same root word, nasi, meaning forget, forgetful, forgetfulness, and forgot. 46. Why do they knowingly mistranslate words? Look it up. 47. Now, let's look at this 4th chapter, verse 1, closely for gender. This is the correct translation below of Quran 4.1. Quran 4.1. Ya ayuha an-nasu atukwa rabakumu alazi. O you which are the people who tremble in fear of your master. Khalaqhum min nafsin wahudatin wa. It says, who created you all from a single female person, and khalaqa minha zawjaha wa bathath, created from her her twin and sent forth minhuma rajalanan kathiran wa, from these two many men and women, and tremble at Allah, the God of the Arabs, who tasaluma bihiwa arham, you seek your equal rights by way of him and the wombs from which you were born. Inna ala khana alikum rakibran. Surely Allah, the God of the Arabs, over you all is near. O you who are, this is it all together, forgive some of my Arabic pronunciation. O you who are the people who tremble in fear of your master, who created you all from a single female person and created her from her twin, and from these two were sent forth many men and women, and they tremble in fear of the God, and you all seek your equal rights by way of him, and the wombs from which you all were born. Surely Allah, the God of the Arabs, over you all is near. That's translated by As-Sayyid Isa al-Hadi al-Mahdi, 1970 AD. And then here are some other versions of Quran 4:1. And this one is the Yusuf or Abdullah Yusuf Ali translation in 1934. It says, O mankind, reverence your guardian, Lord, who created you from a single person, created of like nature, his mate, and from them twain scattered like seeds, countless men and women. Fear Allah, through whom ye demand your mutual rights, and reverence the wombs that bore you. Allah ever watches over you. Here's another one from Tariq Tastil, Quran 4:1. O people, be careful of your duty to your Lord, who created you from a single being and created its mate of the same kind, and spread from these two many men and women, and be careful of your duty to Allah, by whom you demand of another your right, and to the ties of relationship. Surely Allah ever watches over you. And yet another one by another translation by N.J. Dawood. Men, have fear of your Lord, who created you from a single soul. From that soul he created its mate, and through them he bestrewed the earth with countless men and women. Fear Allah, in whose name you plead with one another, and honor the mothers who bore you. Allah is ever watching over you. 48. So you see how they mistranslate this verse and change gender of her to him or it. 49. They change wife or female, mate, twin. Zojaha, that is female, not zoj or mate. Zojahu for male. And you also see mistranslation of nisay, forgetful for women, and even the number wahidatan, the ending tan, feminine, not masculine. 50. You have masculine and feminine numbers in Arabic. Wahad, one equals masculine, and wahadat is feminine. 51. This verse used feminine gender throughout for first being and from her twins or mate. You even see the word al-arham, the wombs, not the penises or the phallus. 52. So why did they mistranslate this? 53. Well, read it over. It says there God created a female and from her mate, then man. 54. Again, because it's you who, zaru, grew, zazaz, man, XY, and know that the Y chromosome is a defected X chromosome. It's your proof. 55. Or the male is missing a quarter of the 8 parts. 56. Now, being ontology deals with math and not myth, we will speak in math. 57. The female chromosome is 5 times bigger than the Y chromosome, which has 0.8% less genetic material. 58. The male is missing one stem. 59. And females' divinity is only compromised by physical contact with males when they are exchanging fluids, because she is in a perfect state or balance. And here's the diagram showing the XX for female chromosomes with each quarter, and then you have the Y from the XY for male, and as you can see that the last X is missing the part of it which becomes a Y, fractions of the X and Y chromosomes. The matrix of the female chromosome, it's all mapped out in math. What she will look like, sound like, her growth, her genes, skin, hair, eyes, organs, it's all there. 9 times 9 matrix. And you can see that the matrix mother goddess matrix is complete. 60. By that it is meant she uses her whole khatat body, and each part of her khatat body, unlike males who have parts of his body he doesn't use, like his chest or mammary, gadat glands, while she does use hers. Thus, she is complete. And then you see the diagrams. Now we will look at this math and symbols. And as you can see, the symbol for female and male. Symbol for female and male, diagram 2, shows the incompletion of the male versus the female. 61. Now look at what is mathematically supreme mathematics, because it all comes down to rakam numbers or quantity. 62. It's clear that the female body is complete, and it's why she is the one who can hold a new being's body and give ladud, birth, to a complete or incomplete baby. Female complete 720 degrees or 360 degrees and 360 degrees. And again, here's a diagram showing the 720 degrees versus the 630 degrees, where the male is missing a quarter. 63. Or incomplete male 630 degrees or 360 degrees and 270 degrees. And you can see mathematically with the different diagrams showing symbolically as well the genetics in the circle of female versus male body and soul. And you see that the word female contains the word male in female. The word woman, see the word man contained within woman. The word lady, you see the word lad contained within the word lady. No matter what Za'am religion and their Torah, Gospel, Quran say, the fact is man comes from woman, male comes from female, God comes from goddess, he comes from she. As you can see, the word she contains the word he. 65. And she, the Ayash female, the woman mother, carries the mitochondrial DNA, not the male. 66. The male is to cling to them, to love her, to care for her, to protect her, and worship her. Yakhasat genes, their Bible tells them this in Genesis 2:24. Genesis 2:24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother and shall cleave, Dabak, Strong's number 1692, onto his, Hebrew Strong's number 802. Isha, woman, female, from Hebrew Strong's number 376. To be extant, living, being, mortal, Hebrew Strong's number 583. Enos, wife, and they shall be one flesh, Hebrew Strong's number 1320. Bashar, mortal beings, flesh and blood, skin. That's from the King James Version, Genesis 2:24. 67. So it was told to Zazaz, man, to join unto his Zazaztat, woman, and become one with her. 68. This happens as you exchange body fluids. 69. The word is physical, non-emotional, or become two as one, as is hamat, husband, and hamatat, wife. 70. It states the man is to become one, jasad, flesh, with her. Why not the other way around? Because she is the goddess. 71. Zazaz, man, came out of her, jasad, flesh, and damam, blood, and once he submits to her, he becomes gadad, God, or she is the mother of God, as they teach about Mary and Jesus. 72. The female knows she exists and brings all others into existence. 73. She is the sight of all. The sight of the triple darkness is in her raham, womb. 74. When you try to overpower the woman, or your woman, consort, wife, mate, and force her into submission, the God in her dies. Once she loves a man more than her own self, the God in her dies. 75. Once she's enslaved by her man, the God in her dies, and her man loses interest. He moves on. 76. When she desires sex or physical pleasure, the God in her dies. 77. Once she exchanges body fluids of another female, the stronger Yakhas gene rules and the other dies. 78. She and only she can kill herself by surrendering to a lifestyle or za'am, religion, that subjects her to second-class citizenship, where she can't express who and what she feels or wants without guilt or shame. 79. She is dead, no longer the God of all Chaya, life, Mother Nature, Natat, seed, her or she. 80. The Nuapu, or Nuapians, that are Negro women have been dead for many Sanut-at years. So yes, our God is dead, and we males killed her. 81. To rule her out of khawef, fear of losing her, we overpower her, and in that katul, kill her, dead. 82. Once she is dead, we bury her and move on. 83. She starts to not care how she looks, smells, or thinks, just like the dead. 84. Once a female expresses herself, her sakhamat powers, you will see she does great things for the whole Salal race. 85. She created us, all both, herself and us. Our Ashashu females and males are fashioned, grown, born of her, Mother Nature, in their Bible. Genesis 3:20. And Adam, man, called his wife Ishur, Hebrew Strong's number 0802. Name Eve, Hebrew Strong's number 2332. Chawa, life giver, because she was the mother, Hebrew Strong's number 0517. Whether, if, although, it has many meanings, not just mother of all living, Hebrew Strong's number 2416. Alive, life. Number Hebrew Strong's 2417. That liveth. King James Version, 1611 AD. 86. Also, it is clear in their Bible, and Quran is of the Bible, so it agrees that Zazastatu women are the source of all living beings, both Aishash, male, and Asha, female. 87. While Adam, Hebrew Strong's number 120, Adam, Odam, is from ground, red dirt, red ruddy, like blood, Hebrew Strong's number 119 to 131, physical, 88. While she is the Nasham, breath of life in every living thing, and also gives them their flesh and blood as she did Adam, 89. Not the other way around. 90. Adam had a mother, as all Zazazu men come from women, not a heap or pile of dust, clay, mud. That is symbolic. Hebrew Strong's number 6080. Afar, aur, foul, dusty, color, earth, ground, powder, or rubbish. 91. So it's clear that to say man was created out of mud, clay, or dust is symbolic. Why? 92. Look at Genesis 3:14. You see the serpent's curse. 1. Upon your belly. 2. And dust shalt thou eat all the days of your life. 3. And put hate between serpent and the woman's seed. 93. Now look at curse, number 2, and dust shalt thou eat. The exact same word is used for Hebrew Strong's number 6083, afar, as is used in Genesis 2:7. 94. So it can't mean that serpents don't eat dust, clay, mud, all people, only as food. It's symbolic. 95. Sexual reproduction is the union of two cells to form another, or as illustrated in the graph below. And in this graph, you see the 33 and a third of you from your parents. So you see 23 chromosomes from the XX, and you have 23 chromosomes from the XY. If you look at the XX, it's equals to 46, or XY is equals to 46. 96. Once mixed, the new formed cell then grows into a new living being. 97. The organs of the reproductive system may be divided into groups. The gonads, which means the XY or male testicles, and XX, the female ovaries. 98. Both of these gonads produce gametes, eggs or oocytes from the female, and spermatozoa from males. 99. The ovaries, which produce mathat, egg, cells or oocytes, and hormones, estrogen and progesterone. 100. The testes produce germ cells called spermatozoa and hormones called testosterone. And 2, a series of ducts for the transportation of germ cells. I'm going to stop there. As we keep encouraging you to have your own library, because YouTube is not always going to be here. So get your copy for your library. I know for the ego of men that don't want to accept that the woman is the goddess, but the actual facts tell you different. Males and females all come from women, all right? So the whole religious lie or best kept secret is to suppress the woman, to let the woman feel inferior. And by saying a male god took the dust of the ground to create a male who then created the female. It's ludicrous, it's not true. So we're living in a day of actual facts, the day of truth, and all false things must perish. So women, own it. You are the goddesses. We come from you. You are the mother, Mother Nature. You see, so stop being suppressed by men that are afraid to let you be who you are as the goddesses of both male and female. All right, so get this actual fact, number 19, series number 19, known as Who is God? Female or male? You should know the answer clearly when you finish reading this actual fact. Until next time, Wadu.